Okay, good morning, guys. Gonna try this YouTube thing out. Something I've been wanting to do for quite a while, but finally just gonna kind of bite the bullet and do it. Sorry if this one sounds nervous. Hopefully, it'll get a little more streamlined as I go forward. But I wanted to create a channel. One, just because I love crypto, been in it for a while. Honestly, have been mining Bitcoin and utilizing Bitcoin since I'd say 2013. I'm one of those ones that probably would have been crypto rich had I realized the true potential. I've probably had a total of, I'd say, 30 Bitcoin over my lifetime. Unfortunately, over all the years, never anticipating it was ever going to go to 20,000, I sold it along the way for various things, bought stuff online. So now I'm basically crypto poor. As you can tell, I go into some platforms like this with 20, 30 bucks. Hopefully that'll go up over time. I've won some, I've lost some. Obviously, like all the other YouTube channels, this will never be a financial advice. I'm actually just wanting to record and kind of share with you guys my journey and what I do. And I've been in many, many dApps. A lot of you guys probably already know it. I've created a group locally where I live. We meet every month. This year we haven't. Unfortunately, life gets in the way. I'm a family man and switched jobs and have some kiddos and the whole thing. But hopefully I'll be able to start that back up again. But wanted to create a channel. One, to just promote just good vibes into the space. Also teach. So anybody new to the channel, if you have no idea what blockchain is or what to do or what it's all about, feel free to ask. I was a newbie once also back in the day. I just remember spending more hours than I cared to think about online looking up how to do things. So if I can give anybody a shortcut on that, if you have questions, let me know. I'm by no means a programmer, so if it's anything related to that, don't even bother asking me. Goal of the channel, honestly, is just going to be to show you kind of the things I get into and the things that I enjoy and try and create passive income. I'll tell you right now that even though I go into sites like this, P3T, which uses what we call Tron token on the Tron network, the ultimate goal for me is to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. So everything I do is going to be try to invest into these programs in order to turn a profit, obviously. Flip that into some Bitcoin and hold on to it. I'm a firm believer that in the next 5, 10 years, Bitcoin is going to be astronomically high, and I want my pieces of the pie now before those pieces of the pie are not able to be obtained as easily. We're obviously in a down market right now. A lot of my friends ask me, why am I still in it? Well, to be honest with you, like I said before, I remember back when I had, 5, 6, 7, 8 Bitcoin, bought them in at, $400 or $500 a pop. And then as it would raise up to like 1,200, I would sell it. It would drop back down again. I would buy it. It would raise back up to like 5,000. I would sell it. Had I just held everything I mined and held everything that I came across, when it hit 20,000 and even beyond, if I had just long-term vision, I would be sitting pretty good right now. Instead, at the moment, I probably have less than half a Bitcoin. And then I try not to invest more than I can lose, like everybody says. I try and do my own research. And the money that I put into these things does not, or I try not to have it come out of my personal account. So any money that I invest into these things will be through other means, selling things on eBay, uh, funding that I get from various places, but nothing that comes out of my really work paycheck, so to speak. But I've done pretty good with it, and you wise up and you learn as you go. Anyways, with that being said, on this YouTube channel, feel free to comment, feel free to ask anything if you have sites that you like and want to check out, ways that you do passive income, let me know, or even just suggestions in general. First and foremost, this is the one I want to talk about first. There is a friend of mine on Discord, which actually if you're not a part of, I would highly suggest you get into Discord. All these sites typically have a pretty good Discord channel. Everybody's incredibly nice, and they'll help you out along the way. Well, there's somebody that in the dApp wars, which as you can see I've been in quite a few. Many of you will know these, a lot of you don't. These were based on the Ethereum blockchain, and they were able to turn a profit. Unfortunately, Ethereum isn't really good for high volatility. I feel like Ethereum would probably be better with a web-based game where the transactions happen on the blockchain, but the actual games happen off of the chain. Whereas Tron, which is what this one is based on, is dang near instant with its transaction speed and such. And excuse me, um, the so when you're doing your transactions, you can actually put games on this network, and it runs pretty dang quick. So this particular one, like I said, a friend of mine on a Discord that we went through some of the DApp wars on the Ethereum last year, has been doing videos on this. Experience Crypto 24/7. He has a YouTube channel also. I would say check him out if you get a chance. Really nice guy. He's helped me out a lot. But he turned me on to this particular site. So what the heck is this? This is a site based on the Tron network. And what you do is you can go buy Tron through any exchange using Bitcoin, Litecoin, whatever the case may be. And it is a exchange slash gaming platform, I guess you could say. They have three kind of big components, but obviously they're expanding on it. On the home tab you have here, as you buy Tron, that Tron, you can purchase what they call P3T tokens. Current price is 37 Tron for one P3T token. Once you have those P3T tokens, anybody who comes in, buys, sells, transfers anything on this particular website, you then accumulate percentages. So on your initial purchase of 37 Tron, or I'm sorry, P3T token currently at 37, a percentage of that goes into a huge pot. That pot, dividends gets rolled into everybody who's already holding P3T tokens. That just accumulates over time. The higher the Tron value and the higher the P3T token goes, the more dividends or savings you can accumulate. You can then withdraw it to your wallet, or you can reinvest it back into trying to accumulate more dividends. Very simple, very common. If you have enough, for instance, I started here with 1,000 going in. Now, obviously, they took a percentage of that out, as it says here. No, that's the referral. Well, there is a value. I'll have to find it, but there's a value that they take that goes into the pot. If I were to sell mine, so currently I have 34.22, I would get 1,090. So actually, this is pretty accurate here, so that's good to know. So in actuality, I could sell and get more Tron out than I put in. Additionally, I've already withdrawn some of my savings a couple of times here. Now, this $100 is actually about a 2-week accumulation. I just couldn't find it on the blockchain. I didn't have the effort. So in reality, if I were to sell now, it said I would get 10,090. I would actually be up 224 Tron. And I've only been in this for about 2 weeks. But obviously, I'm not going to sell. My goal on this particular, on any of these sites, is let this keep accumulating, try and withdraw what my initial investment is, meanwhile reinvesting. So at the moment, I typically, I haven't done it yet, but what I'm planning on doing is as I get higher on my Tron out, meaning closer to that $1,000, I can start alternating, reinvesting, withdrawing, reinvesting, withdrawing, because you want to support the platform. Obviously, if you just withdraw all the time, you'll get your profit back, but the whole point is longevity. You want this to last. So ultimately, I'm going to be withdrawing and reinvesting into this value so that this savings can go up further. The other side of it is what they call a daily ROI. This is the most passive one. Now, on mine in particular, I put in 290 Tron. That's all I had left after putting the initial 1,000 in into the exchange itself. And what does this do? It pays you 33.3% every 24 hours. You don't have to do anything. You just sit on it, wait, and every day you can come in here and you withdraw it. This doesn't have a reinvest. So if you want to put more in here, you actually just have to buy more Tron and invest it into here. But again, where I started with there was about 290. I pulled out about $67, so I'm still down 223. But again, this is the most passive way. You can do referral links as well. I'll put a referral link down below. This is mine. I don't think I can do it on this one yet. Yeah, see, I have to have 50 P3T, which I've not hit 53 P3T yet, so this link will not work yet. I will put a link to this site in general, though, that way you can click on it. It won't necessarily go through me, but it can kind of bring you to the site and you can take a look around. This daily ROI, it looks like I should be able to use it. So I'll drop this link as well. It'll bring you directly to this page as well. Look, it's even already gone up since I clicked away. The third one, which I haven't gone into yet just because I'm not that big of a baller, is this world domination. Actually really fun. So basically what you do is if you are the last person to buy a country before this timer runs out, you get this pot, which is pretty dang incredible. Not as easy as it sounds though. This has been ongoing for quite a while. I've been watching it for the last couple of weeks. In order to buy a country, you actually have to have the price value here. Um, the interesting part is this user here is who bought this last. He actually gets, if you were to buy this, he gets the value that he bought the country for plus another percent. I don't know what the percentage right offhand. It's not on here, but I can look it up. But the fact of the matter is that if you owned one of these, if you had 1,000 Tron and you bought this, and somebody bought this from you, ooh, I do not have enough. Reject that. If you were to buy this, this value would go up, and anybody coming in after you to buy Bahrain, we'll say, would have to pay you would have to buy the country for not only what you paid for it, but plus a value that you actually get a percentage of. So you actually make your money back and then some. I don't have that much, unfortunately. It's been fun to watch, though. This is very similar to the other dApps on the Ethereum, which were card-based games where, you could buy a card if somebody bought it from you, then, you got a percentage. Some of the cards would actually feed back into this exchange. So if you held a card, your dividend percentage would actually be higher. But those are a couple of the games that are currently on here. Really fun. I'm sure they have, when you're in the Discord, there's all kinds of talk. I'm sure they're going to be coming out with more games and things of that nature. A lot of explanation down here as to how you do it. Definitely just, do your own research, as everybody always says. These things obviously are on the blockchain, so they're all smart contract driven. Human involvement does work on the back end, but the actual transactions themselves are all done on the blockchain, so there's no human involvement. Numbers are set solid. So long as Tron keeps coming into this contract, you'll keep getting these savings so long as you are still holding this P3T token. And that's kind of it. I'll stop it there. Hopefully this is enjoyable. I'm in quite a few different things, but again, if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. One of them is this Black Pearl. It's currently under site maintenance. I'm in some bots and things of that nature. I just got into this one here. It's a masternode hosting site. Really, really good. I can't wait to do a video on this one. I really like it. There's another one. It's called TronBet. I've been looking into here. Very similar to this, just has different kinds of games, kind of gambling games and things. But again, the whole goal is to accumulate that Bitcoin. So if you like the video, sorry it's the new one. It's probably a little boring. I'm new to this. Hopefully it gets a little more exciting as we go forward. But I would appreciate if you like the video, subscribe. I'm very open to dialogue, so comment away. Let's have open discussion. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and hope all is well. Have a great weekend.